Hello everyone, I hope you're keeping well. As you may know, it was our intention to hold a staff conference in September. However, given the current climate, we've taken the decision to move this to March next year. During the past 18 months, we've all been exceptionally busy, and I want to thank you for your resilience, dedication and continued support. This year, St James celebrates its 25th anniversary, and over that time, we've delivered over 10,000 homes across 49 sites, which is an incredible achievement. In St James and St William, we're currently working on 8 sites, which will deliver over 10,000 homes, which gives you some indication of the scale of our business and how it has grown. Your continued drive and commitment to deliver high quality homes to our customers in what has been an exceptionally difficult period has been commendable. To celebrate your outstanding efforts and progress, we've recently visited each of our sites and spoke to our teams to ask them about their challenges and achievements over the past 18 months. Before I hand you over to the teams to tell you all about this, I wanted to thank each of those of you who took part in this film. I'm very grateful to you for giving up your time and to share this with you. Hopefully you enjoy the film, which gives some insight into the fantastic progress we've made across each of our sites. Thank you once again for your support, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.
When we started here 5 years ago, the frontage of the site looked very much like an old gasworks.
The marketing suite itself is built on top of a tar tank, which was used for gas storage and the byproducts of that process when it was a gas production site.
We've honoured the historic use of the development before we were here by reflecting the gas holder's footprint with our water features.
This development continues to strengthen our relationship with the council.
The development has enhanced the area magnificently.
We are delivering a new 5-acre public park, so when you look at the scheme as a whole, over 75% of it is open space.
Which in fact has how many trees, Roger? 430 trees, and they've been hand-picked.
We've seen visitors from all across the Berkeley Group and also from other really substantial corporate companies that we work with wanting to really come and see what we do.
Completions go all the way through to February 2022.
Over the last 18 months, we've delivered the first phase of the project, which was 164 apartments, along with a marketing suite and 1 acre of parkland.
We targeted to deliver this block in line with the revised stamp duty holiday by the end of June, and we've achieved that.
The end result has been very positive. We've managed to sell the project.
We managed to secure 178 completions throughout the shutdown period from March through to July.
One of our key challenges in 2020 was definitely adapting to the working from home trends.
I think being told you're on mute is definitely the buzzword that we've all got now.
Launching a scheme internationally with the backdrop of COVID has been a real challenge, and our inability to fly out to Asia has meant that we've had to look for other ways in order to connect with our international clients.
We do encounter daily challenges, but we overcome them with great ease to ensure we succeed in our goal. Don't delay, buy today.
Our biggest challenge has been the impact of COVID-19 directly affecting our customers who have been unable to travel. But despite the challenges, over 97% of the development was sold off-plan, with only 4 apartments remaining to sell by the time the Dumont was completed in 2020. COVID has prompted us to embrace the digital world even more so than before. We are now offering virtual appointments as well as producing videos for our customers to experience the Dumont remotely.
Yeah, so one of the biggest challenges over the last 18 months has been the completion of the Dumont and the Albert Embankment through, I think what we'd all agree has been one of the most challenging of times. We managed to secure 178 completions throughout the shutdown period from March through to July, which was an incredible effort by the team. The way in which we kept moving through those times was certainly a huge response. We're sat in this amazing cinema, part of the Albert Embankment with the Corniche and the Dumont are the residential facilities for our customers to use throughout the year. A big part of this is within our customer relations team who manage the customers. They look to achieve a Net Promoter Score. Murray said he'd buy me a pint if I mentioned the NPS score, which was 85 for the Albert Embankment. It's been an epic journey working on the Dumont and building this with the team. We've delivered 180 homes on site, of which 18 were shared ownership. There's also the 64 council level rent homes that we've built at the Westbury estate as part of the off-site social housing contribution. I'll now hand over to Paul, who will take you through that.
And thank you, John. I hope you're enjoying that film, A Star Is Born. Anyway, everyone, welcome to the Westbury estate. St James are delivering the first phase of the Westbury regeneration. The project comprises of 3 sites. Site 1, 40 homes, Site 2, 24 homes, and Site 3, the play area for the local residents and their children to play in. The quality of the architecture and the design of the overall development will replace the prefabricated 1960s homes that currently sit on the estate and provide the residents of Westbury something that they can be rightly proud of. As a business, St James and St William don't normally deliver off-site affordable homes, but here at Westbury we're really proud of what we're delivering.
We have 111 private apartments in a gated development with no affordable or social housing. We're located in Oxted, which is a quintessential English town in Surrey. The buyer profile here are owner-occupiers, mainly I would say within the 10-mile radius of this town. And you've got the downsizers buying the big 3 beds and the penthouses, but also you get the first-time buyers who have family close by. I would say challenges over the last year, which probably ended in April, was not having a product. We did not have a show home and it was hard for people, but that has been our main struggle. We had the show apartment in April and from there it's all been smooth sailing.
I think one really unique thing about this development is the market who we're selling to. A lot of the potential purchasers want to come and see their flat. So what we've done a lot on this site is the build and the sales team have worked together and we've actually undertaken quite a lot of visits where the potential purchasers have gone and seen their view, seen their flat before it's finished, and that's really resulted in some interest and some potential sales.
One of the biggest challenges we've had over the last year is maintaining a safe construction site. This has meant navigating continuously changing guidelines to ensure our control measures are adequate and in place to make sure everybody on the site is safe and to limit the spread of the virus. Through the journey of the first and second phase of the delivery of the scheme, we've installed 26 cycle hire docking stations and significant artwork to under the railway bridge. Over the last 18 months, the Gym Group and Tesco have both moved in, our first commercial tenants. Both of these have really activated the space, encouraging the use of our publicly accessible, newly landscaped gardens.
Prince of Wales Drive actually sits in a quite saturated price point in Zone 1. Not only do we compete with the completed apartments, but we also compete with our own stock on the development, considering completion happened in 2019. So that has been a very big challenge for us at Prince of Wales Drive. We've recently done in time is videography to send out to our customers, and also made small clippets of our own selves, giving a personal message to our customers. With the introduction of Upper Park residences, Prince of Wales Drive for the first time is actually delivering apartments with a view. Not only do you get a view of the Battersea Park, but you also get a view of the Battersea Power Station. We're also now competing from a facility perspective as well, but now with the introduction of the 24th floor residence lounge, really allowed us to kind of stand head and shoulders above our competition. The hard work that we all contribute towards making sure Prince of Wales Drive is a success is monumental.
So our biggest achievements over the last 18 months has been maintaining the entire development life cycle, from getting planning consent for various phases through to fit out of apartments. We also got consent for a brand new phase, that's a new 527 homes, and we've also got one of London's first Amazon Fresh stores which have opened up on site. So the update on the phases of White City Living is the 6 phases. Phase 1 is due to complete this year, so that's 411 homes. Phase 2 to the north is 420 homes, and that's a solely affordable block. Phase 3 is under construction, and that's got our signature 35-storey tower. And then phase 4 and 5 to the back are our next phases, which will keep us busy for the next 8 to 9 years. So what makes White City a success is it's the perfect example of how to unlock a complex brownfield site and deliver a high-quality, successful, people-friendly mixed-use scheme.
What we bring to the area is definitely the park space. So we've noticed since opening up some of the green spaces at the front of the development, we haven't had to advertise it. People have just arrived. It's amazing to see on a summer's day all the children playing in the fountains, people sitting and eating their lunch amongst the landscape, and it's exactly as we had it planned. It was as the vision was really. Relationships are key in a sales role.
I mean, it's a critical thing, part of sales, in terms of keeping the relationships going with your agents and also with buyers. So we've done a lot of new initiatives to try and maintain that and maintain those relationships and continue to promote the scheme. For example, when we've done some of our international launches, we've been here at 3 o'clock in the morning to do briefings with the teams overseas. And then we've done live streaming of video tours. So if a client is wanting to see the development, they're in Shanghai at an exhibition, but they can't quite visualize the development fully, then we can do a live video, a video call with them on WeChat or on FaceTime, and they can see the development in real time. They can see outside the landscaping, and it just really makes that customer journey in terms of the interaction much better.
I'm sure Roger's become famous internationally for his videos of White City.
It's been a few videos so far. And we are really trying to future-proof the development. So for example, in this world where we're trying to be carbon neutral and thinking about the environment, every single parking space at White City Living has electric charging points, which is really great. And then also we have a first for Berkeley, which is the smart home technology, which basically allows you to pair the Bluetooth on your phone with the security code for the entrance. And as you come up to the building, it recognises you from your phone, grants you access to the main doors, and then programs a lift, calls it, and takes you up to your apartment without you having to touch any buttons.
Don't forget, we're always trying to think ahead. What's the next best thing? What's something that makes us stand out to our competitors? And what else can we bring to the area? We've actually got the very first beach. As we know, we don't know of any other beaches in West London, so we've got a rooftop beach coming as part of our next phase, which we're really excited about.
So Kings Road Park has 3 key unique selling points. One is the proximity to the Kings Road, which is just 60 metres away. The second is the 23,000 square feet of residence facilities, which is one of the largest to be delivered within the Berkeley Group. And the third is 6 acres of landscaping, including a public park, a public square, residence gardens, and first floor podium gardens for the residents in phase 1. In the last 12 months, we've managed to successfully launch our on-site marketing suite. Additionally, we've just launched our show home here, which has just got a small taster of the fact that Aston Martin was founded less than a mile away from site. Within the show home, we've also installed NFC data chips and QR codes, which will enable our customers to have a fully immersive experience. We believe this is one of the first show homes that's had this done.
Putting a show home on site when we've all got kitted up in PPE was going to be a challenge for us, and the access was going to be a challenge. So what we wanted to do was build a show home, but we wanted to build it as if it was an apartment and not a dry fit apartment. So we've completely and utterly built a structure. We've put HOU pods in there. Absolutely every little sequence in there is as if we was building an apartment. And then we had the added pressure of finishing it on a time scale, and that was a year before we do it for real. On the site also we've got quite a lot of listed buildings. So we've got a World War I and World War II memorial, and then the star of the show really is Gas Holder 2, which is a Grade 2 star listed structure. It's the oldest remaining gas holder in the world, but at the end it will become the focal point of the landscaping within the whole of the project. So it will be a fantastic piece of architecture, regardless of what it turns into.
Over the past 18 months, we've delivered the first phase of the project, which was circa 164 units, along with a marketing suite, concierge and 1 acre of parkland. We delivered the parkland early for the local community and for placemaking for our residents. But it also gave the local community the green space in what has been a really difficult period. We're also in contract to deliver 392 homes for L&Q Housing. We've recently completed the first phase and celebrated that with the local authority. Looking ahead, construction of Phase 3 starts in November this year. Phase 3 consists of 481 apartments, our residence facilities, which includes a gym, a pool, a spa. It's got a store and a community cafe.
As always, St William has a landscape-led focus, and that's really evident at Clarendon. We've honoured the historic use of the development before we were here by reflecting the gas holder's footprint with our water features. So you see a lot of lovely curved water features throughout the scheme that are sat actually where the gas holder's footprints were previously. We also have the Moselle Brook that runs underneath the scheme unseen, and we've again mirrored that with our water feature. So you'll see that throughout the scheme we have running water that is following the same path as the Moselle Brook underneath us. The last year saw us launching our Places Through Faces campaign. It saw us working with the local brewery, the local sign makers, the local coffee shops, really just highlighting the community spirit that surrounds the Clarendon development. We launched our Hello Neighbour event, which was held in April, and it saw us team up with Bean and Brew, the local coffee shop, and invite the surrounding community for a little taste of their coffee, but also a chance to enjoy the newly opened park within the heart of Clarendon.
So here at the Arches, we're delivering 92 contemporary apartments in the heart of Watford. The Arches is bound by the River Colne, and it has gated access for both vehicle and pedestrians. It's a fully private development, and we're so proud of the landscaping that's been delivered to date. So one of the key challenges faced during the pandemic was how to both work and live comfortably in the same location. The delivery of the show home and the outside space gave us great opportunities to tackle these new buyer trends.
So standing behind me here is Frogmore House. It's a Grade 2 star listed manor house. This was part of the Section 106 obligation for Watford Main Scheme. We started construction here in May 2019 and completed the construction in July 2020. Some of the key challenges around it was dealing with the local authority, heritage, some of the contractors we dealt with, and then the reuse of some of the materials on site was quite a challenge. As part of the Watford development, we also put in all the infrastructure and site-wide utility and requirements to enable Lidl behind us to get developed. Quite a challenge for the scheme, having a site within a site. They are sat right between Frogmore House and the main scheme, but again, I think it looks really good and it complements the local area. In the last 18 months, the team have been able to unlock some key challenges and deliver Frogmore House, hand over Lidl, and then deal with some key constraints on site with the river wall, early delivery of the show apartment, early delivery of ground first and second floor to enable Help to Buy. And as you can see from behind us, the scheme is completed on time and looks really good.
We've been able to show what we do best, which is adapting to buyers' ever-changing trends, unlocking derelict land, and we're able to now make a positive impact to a small community with every little detail.
Welcome to Poplar Riverside, an exciting new regeneration scheme on the banks of the River Lee. Here at Poplar Riverside, we're delivering 2,800 homes, unlocking 20 acres that have been closed to the public for generations. Poplar will deliver a 2.5 acre public riverside park, benefiting from a riverside pub and over 100,000 square foot of commercial space, as well as a community centre for the local residents. This is a prime example of what we do best. we're really proud to have worked with the line to improve the aesthetics of the cable bridge running onto our scheme by installing artwork from a local artist called Madge Gill. In addition to the community offering, our lucky residents will also have use of a business lounge, a state-of-the-art pool and spa complex, residence cinema, a residence lounge, games room and meeting rooms, all within 1.5 miles of Canary Wharf, making Poplar Riverside the #1 choice amongst our competition. When designing our marketing suite, we were conscious that this was very much new territory for the Berkeley Group. Our marketing suite took inspiration from a boathouse, as you can see from the pitch roofs. We intentionally placed the suite where we could highlight our key USPs, park, city, river, and the suite has stunning views over the reed beds on the River Lee, as well as the park and of course Canary Wharf. Launching a scheme internationally within this climate has been a real challenge, as we have been unable to travel to Asia. It's forced us to adapt the way in which we brief and work with our agents. We have overcome this with some very early mornings in the marketing suite, and it seems to have worked pretty well.
Poplar Riverside is split over 4 phases, and we have outline planning permission for 2,800 homes. Phase 1 itself delivers 643 homes, 205 of which are to our registered provider Poplar Harker. We've also signed a Sainsbury's lease for a unit within Phase 1. To add and improve connectivity to Poplar Riverside, we'll be looking to try and negotiate with the local authority to put in a pedestrian bridge over to Canning Town, and there's also a future provision for a secondary school on the site should the local authority wish to take up that option. We've undertaken extensive remediation on the project, which has been a key challenge to date. This has included recovery of Dean apple from deep wells that we've dug across the scheme, and also treatment of contaminated soils within the large gas holders that were here from the gas production process. The remediation we've undertaken at Poplar Riverside has been almost like keyhole surgery. We've undertaken it in small, manageable chunks so that if we had any issues with odours or complaints from the local community, we were able to backfill the space immediately. We recently launched our sales and marketing suite, which was a real success. We started construction of it in September 2020, and circa 9 months later we've got a finished product which enables us to finally market and sell this fantastic development.
For those of you that haven't had the pleasure of visiting Poplar Riverside or any of our sites, we would all be delighted to give you the grand tour. That concludes the progress films for our live sites. We really hope you've enjoyed watching this more than we've enjoyed making it.